2 minutes.
That's all they played together? I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to how many minutes guys played together. I was just trying to get everybody, 15 to 20 minutes or so, and so that's just how it worked out.
Why don't you put
Again, I didn't even notice. It wasn't anything that I consciously thought of.
Tim Reynolds, back left.
Steve, all the way to the back. Tim Reynolds with the AP. Keeping with the minutes conversation, DeMarcus, did he come to you and just ask out, or was there something else to it?
No, I talked to all the guys yesterday, probably like Brad did. You come in, you ask everybody, are you healthy? How many minutes you want to play? And he told me yesterday, he said, I'm pretty banged up, and I really don't want to play much. Just give me a few minutes, and that's plenty. And then Kawhi at halftime told me he was done. He didn't want to play anymore for the same reason. He was a little banged up. And, I mean, some of these guys, obviously, they play so many minutes in the regular season, so it's tough to come out here during the break, and especially if you're hobbled a little bit. So I think it was smart for both of them to sit out. Well, it shows the guys recognize what the weekend is about. Anthony is kind of the unofficial host of the weekend. This is his team, his town here in this building, and I thought it was perfectly natural for our guys to go out of their way a little bit to get him the ball.
First question here in the third row.
Happened on the bench after KD's pass to Russ?
I saw some ice flying, I know that. It took a couple minutes to wipe up the ice and the water, but there were 3 or 4 guys who were kind of leading the charge with the laughter and the mocking. So I think it was DeAndre and DeMarcus and Draymond. So it was a fun moment.
Over here on the right.
I would say what Brad talked about, just being part of it. Just meeting players who you usually have to play against, and then all of a sudden you see them in your own locker room and you're talking to them, getting to know them. Marcus All was really fun to get to know. DeMarcus was hilarious. So it's just kind of fun to have a totally different perspective on players that you're used to competing against.
And what was your favorite part about coaching the All-Star team?
I think when you grow up loving basketball and playing like Brad and I did, you can't even fathom coaching the NBA All-Star game. I mean, I never dreamt that I would be in this position. So it's an incredible honor, and it's such a spectacle and such a scene, and to be right in the middle of it is kind of surreal.
Ramona, here up front.
How tense was it? I mean, was it awkward for people? Was it tense? Was it uncomfortable before that happened?
First of all, there's no way any of our players saw the metaphor as they threw the ice. Giving them way too much credit, Ramona. That's your job, is to recognize the metaphor. So I'm glad you did. But no, it was great. I mean, I think this stuff has all been blown up, obviously, but they're both great guys, and it's basketball. It's a basketball game, and guys are going to make decisions, and players get traded, players get cut. This is all part of the NBA.
I'll take 3 final questions.
With 5:45 to go.
I didn't think about it with Russell, but I thought about it with AD. I don't know what the minutes look like, but we, as a coaching staff coming into the game, we decided we were going to play him more minutes than everybody else. And I talked to him yesterday too and asked him about that, and he was good with it. He wanted to play, so we left him out there for longer than most of the other guys. I haven't looked at the stat sheet. I'm guessing Russell probably played 20 minutes. Maybe Steph and Clay were at somewhere around there. But at the end, I was really what my thinking was get the All-Star starters on the floor for the last 5 minutes, because that's what the fans voted in. And so we had 4 of the 5 starters, but Kawhi was out. So I just left Marcus All out there because he was playing really well and getting every rebound.
back right.
Are you a little worried that Steph's going to keep wearing that headband? And did you ever wear a headband?
I was calling him Seth tonight during the game. He looked a lot more like Seth than Steph, but yeah, he said he may continue to try to wear it, and no, I did not. I was dorky enough looking as it was. I didn't want to add to that. So.
Last question back.